Thank you, and good evening. Welcome to the 26th performance by your community theater in a period of 15 years. There was a time we were called the Mighty Arts Players, and then there was another time we didn't have a name at all. And then there was a time we became the SLV Community Theater. And then the most recent name change was to the Savannah Lakes Playhouse, which is still your community theater. Thank you for being here. Without your support, we couldn't do this, and we have a lot of fun doing this. It's a little bit of work, but it's more fun than it is work. And you just ask any of the people involved, and they will all disagree with me, but I want to make one announcement before I forget. There was someone left out of the program, unfortunately, from an oversight, and that someone is Fran Becker, who has been doing our videography for years now. The videos are important to us because sometimes we put these plays on YouTube. Sometimes we always make DVDs of them for our cast members and other people. But Fran has done an excellent job of a very tedious thing, sitting back there and doing that videography for the entire play. And so I hope you'll appreciate her. We're sorry that we left her out of the program. Now, if you like this play tonight, we would really appreciate it if you would put a little buzz out there and tell some other people. And even put a message on the neighbor link, because that makes a big difference. We have one more show. We still have some seats for Sunday, and we'll get a lot more people if you put the word out. If you don't like it, there's a flight leaving tomorrow. I'd like to, you may have noticed that our ticket prices are still ridiculously low, $12 for, this is a Broadway play, as Blithe Spirit was. And we want to keep the prices low on purpose. We're not here to make money. None of us get paid. What money is left over, if any, after all of our production costs, which are sometimes substantial, we reinvest in equipment for this recreation center. We've spent a lot of money on lighting equipment and some very great sound equipment. And recently we have begun to lend out our expensive sound equipment to some of the other organizations when it's warranted, such as Sundays at 4 and the Community Chorus, to help them with their efforts as well, because we want to increase the amount of culture in the village, all in every area. And you know, these notes are terrible because I memorize lines for the play, but I can't memorize this little bit of stuff. Anyway, there'll be a 15-minute intermission about halfway through. It's the only time the curtain's going to close. It's not going to close in between the scenes. You'll get to watch the stage crew make the scene changes. And when you do see the curtains close, 15-minute intermission, if you have a drink during intermission, you'll enjoy the last half of the play a lot more. Now, if you will turn off all of your electronic devices, except your pacemakers, and enjoy the Cemetery Club. And again, thank you so much for your support.
I'm coming.
Son of a bitch.
What's the matter?
Oh, some guy followed me all the way from Queens Boulevard, undressing me with his eyes, and she asked, what's the matter?
Again, someone was following you?
Can I help it if men are attracted to me?
Who was it this time?
I didn't get his name. He had blonde hair, 6'1", 6'2", about 170 pounds. Very nice build. He had green eyes and a cleft chin.
What were you? Walking backwards?
I happen to have an excellent memory. So, what do you think?
I think you should forget the whole thing.
I mean about the coat. Look at this, how she doesn't even notice.
Oh, Lucille, it's beautiful. New?
Have you seen it on this gorgeous body before?
You should wear it in the best of health.
You want to know the best part? Guess how much?
Oh, a coat like that, you must have paid at least $3,000.
Nope.
Less?
Much.
What, $2,500? Don't tell me it was under $2,000.
1950.
I'm fainting.
Is that a steal or is that a steal?
Where did you find it?
Well, I was walking in Manhattan on 57th Street, and I passed the Ritz thrift store. Now, usually I wouldn't never even look in the windows. I mean, what could they have? Garbage, right? This time I happened to look, and what do you think I see?
That coat.
No. A full-length fox you could die from. So I go in, I try it on, and my mouth looks a little too short. So, as I'm walking out, I'm looking down the rack, and what do you think catches my eye?
That coat.
A leopard jacket that made my heart stop. What for how often I'd get to wear it? It didn't pay.
Lucille, we're not getting any younger. Where did you find the mink?
Well, as I was leaving, I see him bringing in a new rack. And what do you think is the first thing I spot?
Who knows?
This coat.
Thank goodness.
There's only one thing that bothers me.
What?
Well, that belonged to someone else. I mean, I don't know who this woman is. I know she was tall, terrifically slim, and probably didn't look half as good in it as I do.
So what are you worried? You got a gorgeous coat at a great price.
Ida, why would she give this coat up?
Who knows? Maybe she died.
Oy vey. I didn't think. The poor woman could be dead. She could have died in this coat. The poor woman could have been wearing this coat crossing the street and got hit by a car. It's not marked, is it?
It's perfect. Not a scratch on it. Oh, except for that one tire mark down the back. I'm only kidding. There's nothing on it. Let me try it on.
My pleasure.
How do I look?
Do the words Lana Turner mean anything?
Let me see.
What becomes a legend most? Maybe I should take a look, see if I can find another one. Picture the two of us, out on the town, fur from head to toe.
It's not me.
All the more reason.
I don't need it.
Either. No one buys a mink coat because you need it. You buy some portos because you need it. You buy a mink coat because you want it.
I don't want it. Besides, I couldn't afford it. Where did you get $2,000?
One of Harry's municipal bonds came due.
Well, congratulations. How about some tea?
Love it.
I'll put the water up.
I want you to know, Ida, I canceled a pretty hot date to be here today.
Who you got now?
His name is Donald. Ida, if I tell you.
Good looking?
Gorgeous. And a perfect gentleman. Opens the doors, pulls out the chairs, picks up the check. Oh, you wouldn't believe the Friday night we had dinner, dancing, a handsome cab ride in Central Park.
How romantic.
And he didn't leave me alone all evening, hands everywhere.
No.
Yes.
So when do I meet him already?
You'll meet him.
You never stay with one long enough for me to meet him.
Well, if we're still together next week, I'll have him stop by Canasta. And what about you? When am I going to hear about a little romance, a little excitement?
When it happens, you'll hear about it.
I'm ready to start double dating. And I can't keep going out with two men by myself.
Why? They get tired?
I mean it, Ida. When are you going to join me? Heaven knows Doris never will.
I wonder where she is. It's after 11. I figured she'd have been here early. Today's an important day for her.
It's always an important day. She thinks about it for 2 weeks after. She prepares for it 2 weeks in advance. It's the highlight of her months. It's like a vicious cycle.
Well, sometimes the cycle is important. You know what to expect.
Oh, I haven't had my cycle in so many years I can't remember, but it doesn't stop me.
Well, I just hope today goes well. I can't believe it's already her 4th anniversary.
Today? Her 4th anniversary? I completely forgot.
How could you?
I can't seem to keep the dates straight anymore.
You really should try.
You know, sometimes I think we should give this whole business up altogether.
Lucille.
I do.
Oh, I don't know myself anymore.
You see?
Why do you keep coming?
Don't think I haven't asked myself.
I'm serious.
Because I like this time together. But I'm sure there are other ways we could spend an afternoon.
Well, don't bring it up today.
I won't say a word. Whatever she wants to talk, we'll talk.
You're a good friend.
The best.
Where have you been?
Fine, thank you, and how are you?
We've been worried sick here.
What took you so long?
Oh, I overslept.
Today?
I didn't sleep too good last night. Did you get another bill from Perpetual Care?
You mean besides the one in the spring?
Yeah.
No.
How about you?
I haven't paid the one from the spring. When Blue Cross pays me for Harry being sick, I'll pay the cemetery for Harry being dead.
You'll probably get yours on Monday. I'm not going to even tell you how high it's gone up.
Again? It's gone up?
So, if we don't pay it, what are they gonna do? Move them?
You want me to make?
Sit. I'll get it.
So, how are you?
Good. You look different.
I dropped a couple of pounds.
You're losing weight?
No, just moving lower. So what do you think of this day?
It's nice.
Nice. A more beautiful day hasn't been invented. The leaves are just starting to fall. The colors are incredible. Abe's plot is going to look gorgeous. I just hope they kept up the care. You remember that argument I had with them last month? He's telling me that they water twice a week, and I'm looking down at dead ivy.
I'm sure it'll look terrific.
Funny, fall was Abe's favorite time of the year. Hey, a wonderful man taken much too soon.
4 years ago today. Who could believe?
You remembered. I didn't think you'd remember.
Of course I remembered. How could I forget? It was almost exactly a year before my Harry died.
No, that's Murray.
What's Murray?
Murray, Ida's Murray. He died 2 years before Harry.
Murray died before Harry?
Of course. Abe died 2 years before Murray.
Then Harry died 3 years after Abe.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, who died a year before Murray?
No one.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Abe died 4 years ago today.
That's what I said. 4 years ago today. Who could forget a wonderful man taken way too soon?
They were all wonderful men. I wonder what the three of them are doing now.
Probably looking for a fourth for cards.
So what are we talking?
We were just trying to figure out what the boys are doing right now.
Murray is easy. Right now he's sitting, smoking a cigar, and any minute his ash is gonna fall and burn a small hole in a cloud.
Well, let's see. It's Sunday. So Harry will go straight to the Manhattan real estate section. And then he'll yell for half an hour about how 30 years ago he could have bought a brownstone on Park Avenue for $25,000.
Abe is definitely out on a walk. Sunday was his day for walking. So wherever they walk up there, that's where he is.
Well, here's to the boys, wherever they are.
Funny, you know, I was reading the other day about this lady who contacts the dead through, what do you call it? You hold hands in a circle around a big table like a setter.
A seance.
That's it. She says she actually talks to them. You have to put something that belongs to the deceased on the table, or a picture.
I don't believe in that.
I don't know. I've heard some pretty interesting things.
I think one day I'm gonna try it. Wouldn't it be something if I could contact Abe? If I could talk to him, even if just for a few minutes.
I don't know if I'd want to contact Murray.
Why not?
Because it's unnatural. When your husband's dead, the time for talking is finished.
Unnatural is a man dying before his prime. You get married so you can spend the rest of your life with someone you love.
You get married till death do you part.
If I could contact Murray, I'd like to ask him what he would have done if I'd have gone first. I wonder if he would remarry.
Abe never.
I think Murray would. What about Harry? You think he would?
I could care less. The only thing I'd like to ask Harry is if there's a bank account somewhere he forgot to tell me about. What difference does it make if he remarry or not?
Oh, that reminds me. I completely forgot. I spoke to Selma this morning.
No,
Don't tell me.
She's getting married.
I don't believe it.
At her age.
Just goes to show you you're never too old.
She's too old.
She's the same age as I am.
I rest my case.
Oh, you want to stop talking age? After all, next month you're gonna be.
Stop.
It's like watching my two older sisters fight.
You keep out of this. You're only 3 days younger than dirt.
Look who's talking. I was there when you celebrated your 50th for the 4th time.
I did no such thing.
Oh, yes, you did.
I happen to be very proud of my age. I think I look pretty terrific.
You do. I hope I look as good as you do when I'm your age.
You did.
I hope I reach your age.
You've been my age twice.
And you've been your age since I've known you.
Can we just call it a tie on this one?
Fine.
Fine by me.
Where was I?
Selma's getting married.
So I told her we would all be there.
Of course.
We've never missed one of Selma's weddings.
That's what I figured. She also asked if we could be bridesmaids.
You're kidding.
I didn't know her that well.
What happened to the women she used last time?
Oh, she doesn't like to use the same bridesmaids for more than one wedding. Says it's bad luck. Why don't the two of you come over here, we'll change, and I'll go together.
Why not?
Sure.
When's the affair?
Month after next.
So soon? She just met Arnold over the summer.
Oh, she's not marrying Arnold. She's marrying Ed.
Who's Ed?
Some man she met a couple of weeks ago at a singles weekend. Says they're madly in love. And are you ready for this? His name is Ed Bonfigliano.
Bonfigliano?
That's not a Jewish name.
He's not a Jewish man.
What? Selma Bonfigliano. What happened to Arnold?
Oh, he died.
So she's gonna marry an Italian?
Go figure.
Well, Selma never did like being alone. She always said she felt lonely being by herself in that house.
So you don't like being alone, you get a dog, not an Italian.
I don't know. Maybe she's got the right idea.
What are you talking? The woman goes through husbands like I go through nylons.
Look who's talking.
Dating is one thing, marriage is something else.
I've got to agree there.
So when are you gonna start?
Oh, don't push it. We better get a move on. I don't want to be late.
What? If we're late, they leave? Sorry.
It's cold out.
A little chilly.
It's beautiful. It's going to be perfect. The cemetery will look gorgeous. But if Abe's ivy is dead, heads are going to roll.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
So, Doris, what do you think of the coat?
Gorgeous.
Guess how much?
Oh, for something like that, if it's secondhand and you got a good price, with a little haggling, you might have paid what? 1,900?
How could you not notice that gorgeous man standing next to the mausoleum?
I didn't notice.
I'm telling you, he couldn't take his eyes off of me.
Look at this day. It's beautiful, just beautiful. Why don't the two of you come over to Abe's plot when you're finished? We'll have a little gathering for the 4th anniversary.
We'd love to.
Of course.
See you later.
I think she's handling it very well.
A lot better than last year.
You remember how we had to carry her out?
How could I forget? One minute she was fine, the next minute she's laying belly up on the plot next to Abe yelling, "Take me now!"
I think she's over that.
I hope so.
I'm going over to see Murray.
Give him my best.
Perpetual care my foot. Perpetual negligence is what it is. Look how I can't even see the dates. If I didn't come here every month, you'd be laying here under a jungle. Whenever I cut the ivy like this, it makes me remember the times I would trim your hair in the kitchen. Remember? A little off the back, a little off the sides. Don't go near the front, and don't make my part too wide.
Doris was right. It looks beautiful. We couldn't have picked a nicer spot. Funny being here with you, knowing Doris is with Abe and Lucille's with Harry, brings back old memories. Reminds me of the time the 6 of us used to cruise. Oh.
So, Harry, you read any good books lately? Guess I'll have to do all the talking again. Nice. Just like when we were married. Except at least now I know where you are every night.
Murray, it worries me, the memories being that strong. It makes it so hard to, I don't know.
So let's see, what's happened since we spoke last? Oh, Selma's getting married again.
Harry, I just want you to know. Things could have changed. All we needed was a little time. But everything you had to do in a hurry. You couldn't even go into remission like a normal person. You had to get it all over with quick.
I look at Lucille and I wonder if maybe she doesn't have the right idea. I'm not saying I want to start having flings, Lucille, I'm not. I just don't think it's right to close myself off anymore.
Just a little time. Things would have straightened themselves out.
Guess who's chasing the women? Are you ready for this? Max Goldberg. At 76, he decides to take up chasing the girls. So I asked his wife what she's going to do about it. And you know what she said? She said, he's 76. Who cares if he's chasing the women? Dogs chase cars, but when they catch them, they can't drive.
The thing is, Murray, I don't know if I could start going out, meeting people, and also keep coming here to see you.
So, Harry, what do you think of the coat you bought me? Am I a knockout or what?
Oh, I almost forgot. I got a new picture.
Hello there.
Hello.
Come here often? Just a little cemetery humor.
Just look at your grandson.
So, your wife, she stays home when you come to the
My
cemetery.
wife is who I come to visit.
How nice.
I really should get going.
I was just leaving. Come, I'll walk with you.
Sometimes I see David playing with a toy in the living room. With such concentration, he sits.
I wonder what you're doing while I'm standing here talking. If you're up there listening, smoking a cigar. How I used to yell at you for smoking in the bedroom. To this day, I can still smell it every once in a while.
He looks just like you and you try for hours to fix some gadget. I can still picture you at your desk.
It's been over 2 years,
4 years.
and sometimes it seems like
You're still right there.
you're still right there. If next month I don't come, Murray, and I'm not saying I won't, but if I shouldn't be here, promise me you wouldn't be upset.
You know, one day I think I'll bring David
You were a wonderful man, Murray.
to talk to his grandfather.
Another one like you I wouldn't find.
So help me, 1950, no tax.
It's a very nice coat.
Oh, come, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Ida?
Sam!
You two know each other?
Of course. This is Sam, the best butcher in the whole world. How are you, Sam?
Good, and you?
Fine. You come to see Mana?
Yeah.
Doris is over at Abe's. It's the 4th anniversary today.
4
You
years.
think it would be all right if I went over?
I think she'd love it.
Come, I'll walk you.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
How did I get this far?
I'll see ya when I see ya.
Abe, I got a pain right here that hasn't gone away in 4 years. So many things I miss.
Quick, she's gonna lie down again.
Doris, don't do it. Don't lie down.
Do what? Who's lying? I was just bending to pick up a stone, and you scared me half to death. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Doris.
Good to see you.
I just wanted to pay my respects.
Today is 4 years, you know.
Ida told me.
I'd like to just stand for a few moments in silence to think and remember and hopefully get my heart rate back down.
We're right here with you, Doris.
It's nice to have such good friends.
You got the best.
Maybe I should go.
Oh, don't be silly. Abe would be honored.
You're not going anywhere. So, what are you doing later? Maybe you'd like to join us for a little. Better yet, maybe you and
I don't believe you.
I'm just trying to make Sam here feel comfortable.
Stop flirting and he'll feel comfortable.
Lucille, really?
Well, how much longer are we gonna stay?
I am sorry to inconvenience you. I just wanted to spend a few moments of silence for my husband who died 4 years ago today.
Maybe I should go.
It's not you, Sam.
You stay.
You want to pick up men, do it at another grave.
Doris?
I don't want to cause any...
What am I standing here for? What? Because 4 years ago Abe kicked off, I should take this kind of abuse? Happy anniversary.
Lucille!
I really...
This whole day is ruined.
Doris!
Shot to hell. I hope your coat falls apart.
Doris!
And you thought you were going to rest in peace?
You're not getting your bags back until you both come in here. says here that if two women who have been good friends for over 20 years don't make up immediately, a third friend is going to kill them both.
If you read carefully, it also says that one of the two women, the promiscuous one, did something unforgivable at the other woman's husband's grave.
And if you look at the title of the story, you'll see that it's called Doris Lives with Her Head to the Ground Where All She Can See Is Abe.
I'd like my handbag back now, please.
No one's getting a thing until this business is straightened out.
Everything is straightened out. I'm never speaking to her again, so there won't be any problem.
Why don't you just apologize?
Why should I apologize? For having met a charming man with whom I had a wonderful rapport?
Maybe she would like for me to turn Abe's plot into a singles bar.
What do you mean a wonderful rapport?
Oh, you should have seen the way he couldn't take his eyes off of me at Harry's grave.
You're kidding.
No.
Ida, I think you're missing the issue here. I was trying to have a moment of silence for my husband who died 4 years ago today.
Doris, you stand over Abe's grave like he died yesterday.
And that's how I'll stand every month.
Well, from now on, you could do it without me because as of today, I officially resign from this cemetery club.
Lucille.
I mean it. I've had it up to here with this cemetery. I refuse to belong to a club where half of the members are dead.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Why? Because it's the truth?
No, it's not.
What do you mean it's not? I guarantee if you were to take roll call today, 3 of the members would be marked absent.
And that's why we go visit them every month.
Well, instead of visiting the old members, we ought to be out recruiting for new applicants.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. Ida, will you talk some sense into this woman? Ida? Ida?
Maybe it's time we stop.
What are you talking?
For a while, maybe. Maybe we need a break.
Do you hear what you just said? It's your fault. It's all your fault. This woman is like poison to you. You told her not to go to the cemetery.
I did no such thing.
Don't tell me.
Lucille never said a word. Doris, look at us. It's been over 2 years since Murray died, 4 years since Abe, and what have we got to show for it? We've seen every movie that's come out. We've become experts at canasta. And I know Murray's headstone like the back of my hand. Do you realize how much time we've spent at the cemetery?
Doris, let me ask you something. Don't you sometimes feel like you miss having a man around?
You are not listening to.
But Doris, don't you ever feel like you'd like to have someone there? Someone new?
Someone living?
Abe and I gave each other our lives, Ida.
I know.
Our lives. I have nothing to give to another man. Everything I gave to Abe, I'd still give. And once a month, I let him know.
But getting married again wouldn't mean you loved Abe any less. You wouldn't marry someone now for the same reasons you married Abe.
I wouldn't marry someone now, period. The case is closed.
What are you in such a hurry to get married? The thing to do now is to go out and play the field.
What field?
It's just an expression. It means you should start dating again, going out with different men.
It's a stupid expression and a stupid idea.
Dating.
Can you believe her?
I wouldn't even know what to do.
It's just like riding a bicycle.
This whole conversation is ridiculous.
To you?
All of a sudden, Sam, the Playboy butcher, shows up at the cemetery and the two of you go crazy.
Doris.
From this one, I would expect it, but from you, I'm shocked.
Doris, there's nothing to be shocked about. No one's going crazy. We're just talking. And I would hardly call Sam a playboy.
No? Then what was he doing at the cemetery?
What do you mean, what was he doing at the cemetery? He was visiting Myrna.
Ha! He hasn't visited her grave in over a year. The only reason he comes to the cemetery is to try to meet a woman.
Don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous? You remember Rose Jacobs?
I remember Rose Jacobs. I don't remember them meeting at the cemetery.
Less than 5 feet away from Mel's grave.
I like his style.
And what about Sylvia Green? Where do you think they met?
He went out with Sylvia Green?
Am I lying? And it all started at the unveiling of Lou's headstone. He caught her in the middle of morning and went out with her later that night.
I'm sure it didn't happen that fast.
Oh, so my timing's off a little bit, but the place I remember, he got her at the cemetery.
Sam,
Hello, Ida.
Hello, Sam.
Oh, hello, Lonnie.
Lucille.
Lucille, I'm sorry. I got no memory for names. Hello, Doris.
Hello, Sam.
I didn't realize you would all be here. Maybe I should come back another time.
no, please come in.
I remember the chicken livers that you wanted. And so I set some aside on Friday, and I figured since I'm in the neighborhood, I'd drop them off for you.
That was very nice of you.
And maybe I should just leave it and go.
No, don't be silly. I was just going to put some tea on. You'll have a cup.
So, a butcher who delivers. What more could a girl want?
I'm sorry about what happened at the cemetery. I shouldn't have been there.
Oh, don't be silly. It was nice to have a new face. Come, sit.
I feel like I ruined a special moment for the three of you.
What's special? We do it every month.
Every month.
So I understand you also enjoy going to the cemetery.
Sometimes I feel a need.
I'm sure you do.
So what are we talking?
Sam and I were just discussing how sometimes one feels the need to visit the cemetery.
I see.
I think I have a great idea.
What's that?
Well, since Sam here goes to the same cemetery to visit his lovely wife,
Myrna.
Myrna, why not next month we all go, the four of us together?
I thought we decided not to go.
It's supposed to be the three of us.
Who put you in charge of the rule book?
Look, I don't know when I'll want to go again, but I'm flattered you should ask.
Actually, we might not even be going next month.
You might not be going next month.
We were just discussing the fact that it might be time to stop.
We were saying how there comes a time to leave the cemetery and start playing the field.
What field?
Thank you.
I mean, there comes a time when you stop visiting the cemetery and you start dating again. Before you came, we were having a little discussion about that. What are your feelings?
Well, I think you have to do what's right for you. I mean, for some people, dating might be out of the question. For others, it might be right. These cookies look irresistible.
Please help yourself.
So, which category do you fall into?
Lucille.
No, it's okay. For me, I think it's time to move on. Sure, I go and pay my respects sometimes when I feel a need, but I also think it's time for me to start a new chapter. After all, what is life if not one chapter after another waiting to be written?
Well put.
Sam, don't you think there comes a time when you stop writing, when you find the other things in life to enjoy, and when you sit back and read?
As I said, I think you have to do what's right for you.
Exactly. Some people are readers, some people are writers. Me, I'm like you, I'm a writer.
I'm going to the bathroom.
You know, I'm looking at you, and I swear you haven't aged a day since I know you.
Funny how time passes some people right by. You take me. I don't look the way I used to. Some people say I look younger now than I did 5 years ago.
Why don't you go make the tea this time?
And leave Sam here all by himself? I'll go make. Now you two behave yourselves.
She's quite a woman.
You think so?
I mean, different. Not shy.
No, Lucille never knew from Shy.
Strange, but I keep thinking I know her from somewhere.
Could be. She makes friends rather easily. Funny running into you today.
Out of all places.
Go figure.
So, I hear Selma's getting married again?
Yeah.
You going to the wedding?
Wouldn't miss it for the world. How about you?
Sure. Listen, since you're going and I'm going, how would you feel about maybe we could go in one car? You could go with me. I could drive you there, take you to Selma's wedding.
Sam, are you?
Did I interrupt something?
Sam and I were just talking about Selma's wedding.
You going to go?
I haven't decided yet.
Of course she's going.
Of course I'm going.
Tea time. So, what did I miss?
I'll let Ida tell you.
Sam and I were just discussing Selma's wedding.
I, for one, am looking forward to the event. Milk?
Please, no sugar.
You going?
Sure. I like Selma's weddings. They're like reunions. Wait a minute. That's where I've seen you before. Weren't you at Selma's last wedding?
I've been to all of them.
I thought you looked familiar. How do you like that? All this time, I didn't even recognize you.
I looked different then. I was married.
Did you know Sam? He died.
You mean Harry? No, I didn't know Harry.
I'm sorry, Sam. He died about a year and a half ago. Not long after Lou Green's unveiling. You remember Lou Green's unveiling, don't you, Ida?
Yes.
How upset Sylvia was.
Doris.
How vulnerable.
Anyone for another cookie?
I have had my limit for the day.
I don't know how you could resist. They're delicious. They're absolutely wonderful. I haven't tasted cookies this good since I don't know when.
It's not really that easy to make.
For you?
If you like, I'll give you some you can take home.
Oh, I couldn't.
Please, I got plenty. I made to send to the kids, but they haven't sent the 10 back from last time. Before you go, I'll put some in a bag.
What about the tea? Maybe you could put that in a container.
Tea's about the only thing I can make.
So, is this a gorgeous day or what?
I have an idea. Why don't we go, the four of us, for a walk? What do you say, Doris? In honor of Abe. Sunday was Abe's day for walking.
You talked me into it.
Why don't you two go? I think I've had enough fresh air for one day.
I'll stay and finish tea. That is, if you don't mind.
Of course not.
I don't feel in such a mood to go out anyway.
No, go. You two go. It'll do you good.
No, we'll stay. We'll play cards. You've never seen Ida the Greek here play cards.
I'm not in the mood for cards today. You two go out. We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Our bags?
You keep your bags behind the couch?
Some people use a vault. We've always used the couch.
Well, it was nice meeting you again.
You too.
And good to see you. I'm sorry if I caused any inconvenience.
Well, maybe we'll stop back in a little while.
No, you two enjoy yourselves. I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you for bringing over the liver, Sam. It was really very nice.
Oh, it was nothing.
So how's business?
Business is fine.
That's good.
been having a little trouble with the help, though.
No.
Yeah, you know, kids today, they don't want to work so fast, not like we did when we were younger. Lately, I've been thinking of selling the shop altogether.
You're kidding.
Nah. Keep asking myself, why is it the kids I hire keep getting younger and younger? The boy I got now looks to me like he's just out of diapers. But then I realize kids aren't getting any younger. People don't get younger.
No.
You have a beautiful home.
Thank you.
You play?
A little. The children took lessons when they were young.
That's quite a family.
You happen to be looking at a woman who's 5 times a grandmother.
I got my first on the way. Maybe you could give me some pointers.
That's the best part. You don't need any. You just enjoy your grandchildren. And then you sit back and smile while you watch them do everything to your children that your children did to you. That's Murray and me on our 25th anniversary at the Concord.
Myrna and I spent ours at Grossinger's. I'll never forget it.
It's nice to have such good memories.
What good? We were playing mixed doubles at the tennis court, and I had a heart attack by the net. My 25th anniversary present was a double bypass. At least it was something I could use. Funny, I don't remember Murray as a smoker.
Mostly just after dinner. He really didn't smoke during the day. You want some more tea?
Oh, sit, I'll get it.
What?
Oh, I was just thinking about Sylvia Green. Doris made me think about her.
What's funny about that?
Well, you probably know. I mean, it's a small neighborhood.
Know what?
Well, we had this sort of a date a while back.
Really?
Yeah, if you want to call it that. The whole thing was a fiasco. It all started at Lou's unveiling.
At the unveiling?
Yeah, I know it sounds awful. It was all because of my son, Richie. After Myrna died, he didn't like the idea of me being on my own. So he wouldn't stop assuring me to find someone. I think what he was worried about was if he didn't find someone to move in with me, I might want to move in with him. So he kept saying what I needed was a friend. He loved to use this word friend for someone that he thought I should spend the rest of my life with. Well, after a couple of months, I thought maybe I could find someone. So I started going out. Boy, each date was worse than the one before. Not that it was their fault, it was mine. Instead of looking at what a woman was like, I kept looking at how unlike she was from Myrna.
Not a fair thing to do.
No. So my last date was with Sylvia. We were going out to dinner, and I was determined we were going to have a good time. So I specifically picked a restaurant that Myrna and I had never been to. The Majestic on Jewel Avenue, you know it?
The Majestic? Wasn't that where Sylvia's husband had his heart attack?
That's the place. Who knew? So we pulled up in front of this place and she started screaming, "Take me away from here! Take me away from here!" Well, we drove her on for about an hour, which gave her enough time to calm down about Lou and me enough time to start thinking about Myrna again. I guess we both knew that we shouldn't continue our date. So I took her home, apologized, said goodnight, and that was it. I think we both realized that we wouldn't have been right for each other, even without the fiasco. But she's a good woman, and we talk every so often, and she's a nice friend. Oh, don't let Richie know I said that. I shouldn't have been going out so soon. After Myrna died, I don't know what I was thinking. When you lose somebody so close, you find yourself doing things that you never even thought possible. You find yourself behaving in ways you never even dreamed of.
I used to cook like a crazy woman day and night. I don't think I left the kitchen for over a month when Murray passed away. I made meals that would put a French restaurant to shame. 5-course dinners, roast chickens, pies, breads, compotes, you name it. Murray used to love my food. He said my dinners were what brought him straight back home every day right after work. So after he died, I kept making the dinners. I thought if I made them, I don't cook so much anymore. I still bake for the kids every once in a while.
You close with them?
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
So, have you been going to the cemetery often lately?
No, not really.
And what made you decide to go today?
This week would have been 40 years Myrna and I are married. I felt I should go.
So you didn't go for any other reason?
For what other reason would I go to the cemetery?
Of course.
While I was there, I was thinking over all the years. One day you're on your knee proposing, and the next day you're standing in front of a grave remembering how nervous you were. And then somehow, before you know it, 40 years have passed by in between the 2 days. I should get going.
Oh, wait. I'll get a bag. You'll take the rest of the cookies.
Oh, you don't have to.
Oh, my pleasure. So the affair will probably go until late?
What affair?
Selma's.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I'll tell Doris and Lucille to go themselves.
You mean you were all going together?
We were, but if you and I are.
No, but I mean, I don't want to put them out.
Oh, I'm sure they won't mind.
Maybe it would be best for you to go with them.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Thank you. It was nice talking.
Yeah,
We'll have to do it again sometime.
sure. Well, I'll see you when I see you.
Okay? Have a good night.
You too.
Look, if you want, I could drive you there.
That would be nice.
All right, good night. Listen, since the wedding isn't for a while yet, how would you feel about, what do you think of maybe getting together Friday for a movie?
Sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And dinner. We could see a movie and then have dinner? Unless you'd rather have dinner before, we could have dinner and then see the movie.
Either way sounds good.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
have. They should be paying me for the work I do around here. Every month the same thing.
5,000 places we could meet.
Hello, Lucille.
I want you to know, I'm only here today because of this meeting.
That's why I'm here.
Because I'm through visiting Harry's grave.
I think you made that point very clear last month.
As long as it's clear. So, what do you think of the hat?
Nice, it matches the coat.
Guess how much?
Oh, for something like that, if it was secondhand and you've got a good price, with a little haggling, you might have paid, what, 200?
What do? Follow me into the stores? I'm only here because I'm concerned about Ida.
That's why I'm here.
No, you're here because this is your favorite vacation spot. I'm here because I don't want to see Ida settle for the first man who comes along.
So if she does, you only have yourself to blame.
Me?
All your talk about not coming to the cemetery, and she sees the way you behave.
Good. Better she should follow in my footsteps than yours.
Have you talked to her recently?
No, but I haven't been out much this month.
A week can go by and I don't even know she's alive. At night she's out and during the day she's always busy. Always a reason why she can't get together. We talk on the phone and it feels like a different person. Like everything we shared is only in our mind.
You sure Sam's coming?
Yes, I'm sure.
You told him the right place?
I told him.
And he said he'd be here?
How many times are you going to ask?
I just want to make sure he's coming. You told him 4 o'clock.
I told him midnight. I told him to meet us midnight, a week from tomorrow, on top of the Empire State Building.
It would be better than here.
Shh. Here he comes. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Doris. Louise.
Lucille.
Lucille, I'm sorry. So what's up? What did you want to talk to me about?
Tell him how you feel.
How I feel? What about you?
Well, you're the one who brought it up.
5 minutes ago you were on my side, now you're on his?
I'm not on anybody's side.
What
Thank-
sides?
Thank you, Miss Switzerland.
What sides? What are we talking about?
We feel, Lucille and I, that you should stop doing something that you're doing.
I've done something to you?
No, not to me.
To you?
No, but I haven't really given you much of a chance.
Well, to who then?
To Ida.
Ida?
Yes.
What could I have possibly done to Ida?
Sam, a woman's heart is a funny thing. Am I right, Doris?
Right, Lucille.
A woman's heart is a fragile thing, right or wrong, Doris?
Right, Lucille.
A woman's heart.
It's gonna be dark soon, Lucille.
When a woman's husband dies, her heart breaks. It breaks into many pieces. And when she finally gets around to putting those pieces back together again, she finds that a whole half of her heart is missing. Gone. Buried 6 feet under a headstone with her husband's name on it. And then she has to go out and find another half, a new half to her broken heart. And she does that by playing the field.
What?
What does all this have to do with me?
What Lucille is trying to say, in the worst way possible, is that what's going on with you and Ida is no good.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I'm talking about this whole past month.
We've been having a wonderful time together. We've gone out to dinner, we've seen a few movies, we've gone to a musical.
Ida and I have been coming here every month for almost 3 years, and now since you've started this dating, she can't face her husband.
She just told me last week she thought it would be good not to go as often.
What do you expect her to say? She's upset. She feels tremendous guilt.
That's very true.
On top of that, you're planning on taking her to Selma's wedding where she'll see everyone, all her friends, everyone who saw her last time with Murray. What do you think that's going to do to her?
And to you, taking a woman to a wedding is no small matter.
We got nothing to hide.
All I'm saying is that going to the wedding together is wrong. What if, God forbid, it was you in this cemetery? God forbid you should only live and be well. But suppose it was reversed. Do you think Myrna would be going to the Selma's wedding with another man? Especially one that you both knew? Not only are you defaming the memory of Myrna and Murray, but it shows no consideration for Ida.
Did she say this to you?
Oh, when you've been friends as long as we have, words aren't necessary.
We see it in her behavior.
She's afraid. She's confused.
I don't want to do anything to upset her.
Then let her go to Selma's wedding with us like you originally planned.
And then you could come and take all of us. Well, that way it wouldn't be so much like a date.
It's going to be hard enough for her as it is going to a wedding, being a bridesmaid, not having Murray there with her. That's an awful lot to deal with, Sam.
I don't want to make things more difficult for her.
So then we'll all go together.
Well, you know Ida better than I do. If that's what you think, then okay.
I knew you'd understand.
I should get going. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay. And Sam, think about what you're doing. Not just the wedding, the whole thing. You, Ida, Myrna, are you sure it's right?
So, I think we did pretty good.
And then you can come by and take all of us.
Why not?
Because it wasn't necessary.
What? You think I think she should spend the rest of her life polishing Murray's headstone?
I polished Abe's headstone twice in 4 years.
You clean his headstone more often than I clean my dining room table.
Now you know why we don't come to your house for dinner. So what are we arguing? The important thing is we put a stop to this whole Sam business. You gonna go over to Harry's while you're here?
What the heck? He bought me the hat. I might as well show it to him.
Come, I'll go with. I haven't said hello in a while.
You know, Harry used to always say I had a hat face. On any other woman, he'd say, a hat is just a hat, but on you, it's the tops.
Abe wasn't a hat lover.
No?
No, long flowing hair is what he wanted. You remember how long my hair used to be?
Sure.
Those were the days, eh, Lucille? You in the Paris hats, me in the long red curls, and Ida in the clips.
Clips.
She was always crazy about hair clips.
We were quite a threesome.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Looks fine.
I don't want fine.
What's wrong with fine?
Fine is fine. It's not sensational.
What's so important that it has to be sensational?
It's Selma's wedding.
I'd hardly call that a special occasion.
There has to be a reason for me to want to look good.
Good, no. Sensational, yes.
There's no reason.
There's no reason. You've been running around here like a schoolgirl before a prom, and there's no reason.
All right, all right. I just wanted to look good.
Sensational.
Sensational. So I could, for Sam.
For Sam.
Yes, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't think you'd understand.
So the two of you have been seeing a lot of each other still?
We were going to the movies on Friday nights.
Canasta nights.
You're still not upset about that.
Don't be silly.
But lately I haven't got to see as much of him. Last week he said he had a cold, and this week he said he's been very tired from work, and he's been having trouble with the help.
I see.
But I keep wondering if maybe something's wrong.
Has he said something's wrong?
No, but he just doesn't seem the same when I talk to him. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not used to this whole thing.
Look how upset you're getting. Is it worth it? Listen, tomorrow we'll go to the cemetery. And you'll forget all about Abe. And afterwards we'll go for a little lunch. My treat. What do you say?
You just don't understand.
Hello.
Hello, Lucille.
I like your hair, looks good.
Thanks. I thought I'd try something a little different.
Where's Ida?
Upstairs in the bedroom.
Hello, Ida?
Hello, Lucille.
She say anything about us going with her?
No.
I think it's gonna be fun, all of us spending the night, kind of like a slumber party.
I like being in my own bed.
Why? What happens there?
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
So what do you think?
Nice.
Who'd believe I could find such a perfect match, exact same color as the hat and coat?
All you need now is mink shoes.
All right, guess how much?
Oh, what's the difference?
No, I want you to guess, come on.
Well, for something like that, if you got it on sale and you got a good price, with a little haggling, you might have paid $125.
$45.
Wow.
I got a receipt.
It's not real.
What are you talking about?
I thought it was real. If you told me it wasn't real, I would have said about $45.
Of course it's real.
I know mink. This isn't real. Real, you can pull out the fur. This doesn't come out.
It's well made.
I don't care how well made it is. I don't care how well made it is. It's not real.
You be quiet. Ida, what do you think of the muff?
Beautiful. Nice. Soft. Well made. If I didn't know, I'd think it was real.
Thank
What's with her?
you. She thought it was real.
I did not. I was just tested. I'll set up here.
Selma called me yesterday. She said this affair is going to be the best yet.
The affairs get better every time. The marriages get worse, but the affairs get better.
You remember the second one?
Sure, the bakery guy.
Nat Stein from Nat's Nursery.
What an affair that was. An 8-course dinner and 7 of them were desserts.
Took me 2 months to lose the weight I gained that night.
To this day, I can't look at a cannoli without getting sick in my stomach.
Well, you won't have to worry about that this time. This Ed fella's in the fruit business.
Fruit? Boy, I'm gonna have gas.
She went from cake to fruit? What kind of advancement is that?
Can I use a little?
Of course.
A green eyeshadow? You don't think it's too much?
You'll knock 'em dead.
Dead I got.
You okay?
It's nothing. Every once in a while, I get a pain that shoots through my arm.
I get it in the finger sometimes in the morning. I find if I wear the copper bracelet, it helps.
I've tried. Doesn't do much good. Except maybe I get a little better reception on my TV.
Harry used to get it all the time whenever it was going to rain. Never failed. The weatherman could say tomorrow is going to be sunny and nice. If Harry's hands hurt, I took an umbrella.
Funny, you know. The last time we were at Selma's weddings, we were all married. I hope she's paying by the head.
Every affair, there's fewer and fewer people. I wonder who'll be missing from this one.
Hopefully some wives.
Lucille.
So, when's Sam picking us up?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Last time we spoke, he said 5 o'clock, but we haven't seen each other for a while. He may have forgotten.
And you haven't talked to him recently?
No,
And you haven't seen him at all?
not the past couple of weeks. He says he's just been tired. I don't know. I keep trying to figure out if maybe I did something wrong. The last time we went out, we had such a nice time. Sam came to the door with flowers. When was the last time you were given flowers?
Abe's funeral.
Harry used to bring home flowers all the time. That's how I knew he was cheating. The younger the woman, the bigger the bouquet. Once he brought home 24 roses. I figured that's it. He's up for statutory rape.
Well, Sam brought tulips, yellow tulips. They were beautiful.
Maybe you should call him, make sure he's coming.
I don't think I should.
Then I
If he doesn't come, we'll drive ourselves.
will. Oh, don't be silly. Why should we go unescorted? What's his number?
Lucille, I think it's a little forward to call.
You can never be too forward. Hello? In Forest Hills. I'd like the number, please, for Samuel Katz. She wants to know if it starts with a C. K. Starts with a K, ends with a Z. A Jewish girl, she's not. Samuel. Just like it sounds. Starts with an S and goes straight to L. That's it. Thank you, and have a safe trip back to Earth. Hello, Sam. It's me, Lucille. Fine, and you? Glad to hear it. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Sure, goodbye.
Well,
He said he was just leaving.
now look what I look like.
We better get a move on.
I'll get dressed in your bedroom. I need a full-length mirror. Just wait till you see what I've put together.
I think she said she's wearing shoulder pads.
Under something or by themselves?
Well, she's got to wear the dress that Selma picked out.
Funny. The last time we were at Selma's weddings, I was with Abe. I feel a little nervous.
Me too.
It's gonna be strange seeing all the faces, all the friends, all the couples.
Murray used to love to make up stories about everyone there. Just for me, I mean. I would point out a couple, and he would make up a funny story about how they argue, how they met. Oh, I used to laugh.
All Abe wanted to do was be on the dance floor. All night he could dance.
Me, you're telling, he pulled me up more than once.
The cha-cha. That's what we loved. The cha-cha-cha.
You're gonna dance tonight?
Me? I don't think I could.
You afraid?
Of what?
Of dancing.
Don't be silly. What's to be afraid? I just don't think I'm gonna be in the mood, that's all.
How could you know now?
Enough with the dancing already. What's so important?
Nothing. Here.
You gonna dance?
If someone asks.
And you want to?
If my feet don't object, why should I?
You still love to dance, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to dance with Sam?
If he asks.
And it wouldn't bother you that it wasn't Murray?
Doris, it can't be Murray. And what should I do? I'm standing, the music's playing, and Murray's not on the dance floor. What should I do?
Go back to your table.
Listen to me, Doris. For you, it's enough to have your friends, family, children, and live alone. Me, I can't do it. I need to be with someone, to give to someone. Oh, that afternoon when you and Lucille left and Sam and I were alone, I came alive. I felt awkward and nervous, excited. My heart was pounding. But for the first time since Murray died, I felt alive. And yes, part of me still feels miserable for feeling that good. But I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life feeling guilty for wanting to be touched, to be held by someone who isn't married.
You know, I was thinking, when I go to the cemetery tomorrow, of maybe asking them to take up the ivy at Abe's plot and replace it with wood chips. This way I wouldn't have to worry about them watering it, and it would look good all year round. And I think the wood chips look nice.
I'm not going tomorrow, Doris.
Did I say anything about you going? I didn't hear your name mentioned.
Why don't you try for 1 month not going to the cemetery?
Ida, you do what's right for you, and I'll do what's right for me.
Okay. Oh my God, he's here.
Ida,
Where are my shoes?
Ida, there's something I need to tell you.
My shoes.
Listen to me. Here. Lucille and I did something.
How do I look? I look okay?
You look sensational.
Thank you.
Listen to me.
My jewelry. I don't have my jewelry.
Ida.
You open the door. I can't.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Doris.
Mildred?
Hello, Doris.
I wasn't aware that you were going with us.
Well, I was supposed to go with George and Elaine, But Sam and I were out having dinner last night, and I was telling him the only thing worse than going to a wedding alone is going as a third wheel. And he said he wasn't going with anybody either. Oh, I know he's driving you and hiding Lucille. He's not going with anybody. So he asked me to go with him. How can I resist?
Of course.
She didn't want to go with George and Elaine.
It's nice to see you working on a new chapter so quickly.
I sure hope those are your dancing shoes you have on, because I have no intention of letting you leave the dance floor. Hi, Ida.
Mildred! Mildred's going with us. Well, actually, she's going with Sam, but she's coming with us.
Hello, Ida.
Hello, Sam.
So I see you girls are bridesmaids this time.
Yeah.
I haven't been asked yet. Maybe at her next wedding.
You look very nice. You both do.
Thank you. Well, why don't we sit down?
So, I hear this Ed fella that Selma's marrying is loaded. Have either of you met him?
Not yet.
No. It all happened rather quickly.
I know. First she was with Arnold, and the next thing any of us knew, she was with Ed.
It's amazing how fast some people find replacements, wouldn't you say?
So I haven't seen you for a while.
I've been busy.
I'll say.
Can you believe it? He's selling the butcher shop.
I didn't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not want people to know yet?
It's no secret. I put it up for sale last week.
Why?
That's exactly what I said.
I think it's time.
What will you do?
Not sure yet.
I can't imagine going anywhere else.
Well, there's Irving's place down on Queens Boulevard. He's got a great little shop there.
But it won't be the same. Am I wrong?
I don't know what's taking Lucille. Lucille, you ready?
I'll be down in a minute. Sam here?
He's here, Lucille.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Lucille. So, you go ahead.
No, you go. It wasn't anything important.
I was just going to say, I hope we don't hit too much traffic.
Yeah. Can I get anybody something to drink? No.
Not for me.
Actually, I could use a little water. Sit, I'll get it. Just point me in the right direction.
The glasses are above the sink.
Lucille, we're gonna be late.
I'm coming.
I can't understand how it takes a woman who wears so little so long to get dressed.
I know I put it down somewhere. Oh, there it is. What? Don't tell me. You think the brooch is too much?
The brooch, I like.
Keep the brooch.
What brooch?
Men, they never notice anything. So what do you think?
Of what?
Of the new look. Is it me or what?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, come on, I don't look that different. I thought the wig would be fun. You gotta admit it's a knockout.
Words cannot express how knocked out I think you look.
Tonight, no one is going to say that Harry Rubin's widow has given up on life.
Tonight, no one will recognize Harry Rubin's widow.
Exactly. So, Mr. Katz, if you play your cards right, you might just be able to get a dance. Mildred?
Lucille?
What are you doing here?
I'm going to the wedding. Sam?
Sam, being the gentleman that he is, offered to take Mildred.
How nice. Are we picking up anyone else on the way?
I think the car's full.
It's a good thing you don't drive a bus.
Sam?
Give me a hand with
drinking at Selma's weddings. We could become alcoholics.
You think this one will last?
Ooh, judging from the looks of them, I figure if they make it till death do they part, she's only got a few months.
Who wants some tea?
Oh, forget the tea, let's have more wine.
I've had enough.
Tonight, we're gonna have more than enough.
I don't have any wine.
I got some cake.
Terrific! Cake and wine.
And cookies. I got some cookies.
Those were good cookies.
And some of those little chicken wings. I couldn't get the dip. I didn't have a container.
A toast to us.
Why not?
To us.
And to Selma. Oh, I almost forgot. I got fruit. I got a mango. I got a banana. A lemon. A kiwi. Grapes. I'm not sure what that is. Another apple? And I'm not sure what this was.
No cake? A sliver.
I thought we were going to do a toast to us.
To us.
To us.
Why not? And to Selma Bonfigliano.
Selma Bonfigliano. And here's to Mildred.
Oh, have some cake.
It's lucky we had her along. Who else would have talked the entire car ride?
To you, that's a sliver?
Sue me.
Tuck, tuck, tuck. I don't know how anybody puts up with it.
Forget about it.
And did you ever see anybody dance like she did? I mean, I really think she made a spectacle of herself. Don't you think she made a spectacle?
Yeah.
A real spectacle. But I guess men like that.
Then let us make a spectacle. What about some music?
Great idea. Let's see.
What?
Oh, look in the mirror and you'll see what.
Oh.
Oh.
Doris, you gotta dance.
No.
Come on, Doris.
No.
Neither of us danced all night.
Look at the ladies go.
Oi.
Feels great, eh, Doris?
It would feel better if you weren't such a lousy dancer.
You tried following a rotten partner.
I
Neither one of you knows how to dance. This is the way the cha-cha is done.
The Maven.
That's to you a cha-cha? This is a cha-cha.
So many left feet. Where's the style? Where's the grace?
Brings back memories, eh, Doris?
Oh, the cruises, the Catskills, Roseland.
Oh, Harry could really move me around.
They used to clear the floor when the Magnificent Six got up to dance.
No wonder the way you flung your arms around.
You okay?
Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that last mango.
I'll get you some milk.
Just relax. Better?
Yeah. There were a lot of people missing from that wedding.
Don't.
I looked for faces.
Probably too much of a schlep for some people.
I looked for Abe. And you know the funny thing? I saw him. I saw him eating and walking and dancing. I actually saw him dancing. And you know the first thing that popped into my head? Why wasn't I dancing with him? That's the first thing I thought of. Why wasn't I with him? That ever happened to you? You ever see Murray?
You mean picture him doing something?
No. See him. You turn around and he's there.
Sometimes. I remember once I came home one afternoon late, around 5, 6, and I could have swore I saw Murray over there. Just as I was coming in, I could have swore I saw Murray sitting in his chair.
Here's your milk.
Thank you. Funny thing was, I saw him the way he used to look when we first started dating, just before he went off to the war, with thick, wavy black hair. Oh, he had some head of hair back then. Dubro's Restaurant, that's where we first met. A mutual friend, Ruth Cutler, set us up. She was with her boyfriend. Oh, I forget his name. And they brought Murray along. Murray and her boyfriend went to school together. The whole meal, I could hardly take my eyes off of him. It's a wonder I didn't poke myself in the face with my fork. And I remember thinking he had no interest in me whatsoever. Murray was like that back then. Very cool. The next day, I got a call from Ruth. Murray had given her his number and told her to have me call him. What nerve, I said. So I called. I said, hello, this is Ida. My number is Rivington 76207. If you want to talk to me, call me. And I hung up and prayed. Sure enough, he called back. And the rest, as they say, is history.
The first time I saw Abe was in my father's store. I was 19, working behind the counter. He was in the second aisle over. I couldn't see his face, but I see through the bottom shelf that he's wearing an old pair of pants, and there's a hole in the top of his right shoe. This definitely wasn't a boy with money, so I keep careful watch. All of a sudden, he bends down, and I see he's picking up a loaf of bread, and he's putting it inside his jacket. I run over and stand behind him. He got up, looked me straight in the eyes. I felt my heart pound. I don't know what came over me. As he started to walk, I yelled at the top of my lungs, "Crook! Crook!" I couldn't think of any other way to keep him there. And it worked. My father went out and grabbed him. A month and a half later, we were married. My father used to joke, "This is my son-in-law, the crook. First he stole the bread, and then..."
What about you? You ever see Harry?
I didn't see that much of him when he was alive. Why should I see him now he's dead?
What about when you're with other men?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're in bed having, sex with another man. Do you ever see Harry in your mind?
No.
Not even once it didn't happen?
No. Who's having more wine?
I don't believe you.
Why, were you there?
I couldn't dance with another man without thinking of Abe.
In the first place, you couldn't do anything without thinking of Abe.
Not true.
And in the second place, you're not me, so don't tell me what I think and don't think. You having more wine?
Oh, I've had enough.
Of course. Everyone's had enough. Always enough. Don't have too much, don't go too far, just enough. Well, I've had enough and I'm having more.
Lucille.
When you die, you should have it written on your headstones. Here lie Doris and Ida. They had enough. When I die, my headstone's going to read, here lies Lucille. She wanted more. And then you and Doris could come and visit me every month. You would come visit me, wouldn't you? I mean, I'd be right there in the neighborhood. Just a headstone throw away. Kid, a headstone's throw.
Lucille.
Will you come?
Lucille.
Will you?
Yes.
And what about you? Will you stop over and say hello on your way to see Abe?
Sure.
Oh, and Sam. You gotta bring Sam. After all, that's where we met.
We'll bring Sam, won't we, Doris?
No, you won't. You're lying. You won't even tell him where I am. I'll be lying there all alone. Who knows where Harry will be?
Lucille.
They should really make one big coffin for married people. Don't you think? You ought to be able to get a king size. Or maybe a double. You ought to be able to spend the rest of eternity next to your husband. Even if you don't speak. You don't touch each other. At least it's something. Instead, you lie there all alone all the while thinking to yourself, saying to yourself, this is wrong. This is not the way it's supposed to be, damn it.
Lucille, don't.
I'm going to bed.
Why? You had enough?
Yes.
Figures.
Let me tell you something, Lucille.
Oh, goody.
There is nothing wrong with having had enough. It just means that what you've had up until now has been good. And you don't have to spend the rest of your life making a fool of yourself looking for more.
I'm making a fool. You spend half your life at a grave talking to a dead husband.
You leave Abe out of this.
Doris.
Every month, rain or shine, there's Doris yakking away at Abe Silverman's grave.
Lucille.
How dare you?
Doris, don't get excited.
I just hope for his sake he was buried with cotton in his ears.
Do you want to know why I go to the cemetery every month, Lucille? Because my husband deserves it. Because in all the years that we were married, he never cheated on me once.
Come on now.
So help me.
Not once.
Doris.
He didn't have to cheat on me because our marriage was good. Our marriage meant
I'm
something.
warning you.
Lucille.
So don't take it out on me that your husband never loved you.
You okay?
I just need my milk.
Enough! Look at you. Just look at you. What's happened to us?
I'll tell you what's happened to us. Nothing means anything anymore. This one just wants to sleep around.
Oh, please.
And you just want to make a fool out of yourself, chasing after Sam.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous. If we hadn't told him not to take you, you would have went to Selma's wedding and made a complete fool out of yourself.
What?
And to think I had second thoughts.
You told him? And you knew the whole time?
Didn't seem to take him long to get over the loss.
You watched me get dressed. You watched me make up, and you knew. When I was telling you everything I wanted, everything I felt, you knew. You watched me make a fool of myself when he walked in here with Mildred, and you knew. Both of you. I never thought you'd understand, but I didn't think you'd ever try to stop it.
We just wanted to...
What about what I wanted? Did you ever think for 1 second about what I wanted? And who put the two of you in charge of my life?
We were just concerned about...
To hell with your concern. You weren't concerned with me. You were only concerned with yourselves. You couldn't stand the idea that I didn't want to go to the cemetery anymore. That maybe I wanted to do something else with my life. And you couldn't stand the fact that maybe Sam was interested in me and not you.
I could have any man I
But
wanted.
not Sam.
I didn't want Sam.
I saw the way you flirted. Why don't you come to the cemetery with us, Sam? Maybe you and I could get together sometime, Sam.
I was only
You were
trying to...
only trying to get him in bed is what you were trying to do.
No!
That's all you've done since Harry died.
I haven't been to bed with a man since Harry died. I just wanted everyone to know that I was fine, that I didn't give a damn, that they don't come any better than me. If he's up there looking down, I wanted him to see me with other men, and then close his eyes like I did for 3 years. I wanted to do that, but I couldn't. Not even once. I never said I slept with anyone. I said I went out and maybe I added a couple of extra names here and there, but I never said I slept with anyone. You always said. I just never denied it.
I'm going to bed.
Ida,
Take whichever rooms you want.
how about another glass of wine? A nightcap?
I've had enough. gonna finish those?
Why?
Because if you're not, I'd like to have some. And if you are, I'm gonna go in the kitchen and cut my head off now. Thank you. Maybe I can call Sam, explain to him everything.
I think it's a little late for that.
I'm sorry. I never should have interfered. It's just that Doris and I saw you getting so involved. I guess we panicked a little at the thought of our threesome breaking up.
Well, you certainly managed to stop that from happening.
Oh, don't hate me.
Oh, come on. I'm not gonna hate you. I may not like you for a while. Oh, help me clean up. Look at what this place looks like.
Real tidy, it'll look great.
How could you think I wouldn't understand what you were going through over Harry? Oh my God!
What? What?
I'm looking into the future. Right now I can see exactly what I'll look like 3 years after I die. Maybe I should put a little of that green eyeshadow on to highlight the color in my cheeks. Oh, who could that be?
It's probably Selma coming to tell us she's getting divorced.
Oh my God.
Who is it?
Sam!
Sam?
Hello, Ida.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Lucille. Yeah, where's Doris?
Asleep. We stayed up late after we got back. You know women.
Could I talk to Ida alone for a minute?
Sure. I'll make some tea.
Not sure what I came here to say. I just knew that I had to come over to see you. I think what I want to say is that I don't want to stop seeing you.
You already did.
Only because I started to realize there was the possibility that maybe something was going to happen, that something was developing between us that
I wasn't ready for.
I wasn't ready for. I don't know what I was thinking. I was talking like such a big shot, ready to start a new chapter. Who was I kidding? I was terrified. All I needed was a door to run out of, and Lucille and Doris gave me one. We started talking about Selma's wedding and what it meant to take you, and
So you asked Mildred?
not because I had any real feelings for her. It was because I didn't. It felt safe. It wasn't a nice thing to do to you or to her.
No.
Ida, that afternoon that I spent here with you was one of the nicest afternoons I've had since Myrna died. Each time I was, and the nights we went out together, it felt wonderful. And every time I was with you, I thought about Myrna less and less, and that's what started to get to me. For the first time, I wasn't comparing someone to Myrna. I was just enjoying you for being you. But that frightened me.
I just want to know one thing. These past couple of weeks, have you missed me?
Oh, yes. And you?
Oh, you were on my mind.
I lost one woman in my life because there was nothing I could do to stop it. I don't want to lose you if there's anything that I can still do to hold on. What?
I think somewhere right now, Murray and Myrna are having one hell of a laugh.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, how about if we forget about the tea and go out for something to eat?
Food?
And then afterwards, we could all go for ice cream. I feel like a kid again.
Ice cream?
Sure. We haven't eaten a thing.
Not a thing.
So go get dressed, wake up Doris.
Yeah. Go get Doris. I'm sure she's famished.
I'm sure.
Sam, I'm sorry. I never should have interfered.
Where should we go to eat?
Wherever you want.
Well, there's a great kosher Chinese place down on Lennie.
Klein's?
No, you're thinking Klein's Korean Kitchen on Union Turnpike. I'm talking Manny Peking.
Oh, I know the place. Just let me put on a little makeup. Sam, I want you to know, you're the only man besides Harry who's ever seen me without makeup. And look what it did to him.
I think you look better.
She up, Ida? Ida? Is she up? Ida? Doris! Doris!
I'm here. I'm here.
gonna miss you, Doris. Look at this mess. You think they'd come and clean it up?
They wait until they've all fallen, then they do it all at once.
It's not right.
What are you gonna do?
How was it over at Murray's?
Fine. And Harry?
He sends his regards. Sam's over at
Yeah,
Murray's.
yeah. Selma called me this morning.
How's she doing?
Fine. They're very happy. I think this could be it.
No kidding.
She said she got the pictures back from the affair. There's one of the three of us at the table.
I didn't know they took any.
No one did. It's of the two of us eating. And Doris is stuffing chicken wings into her purse.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Lucille.
How you doing?
Good, and you?
Not bad.
How old is Doris?
She was, I don't know.
Whatever she was too young.
Who isn't? Mona was 53,
Oh, must have been very difficult.
and I always thought I'd be the one to go first.
What's meant to be is...
Oh, don't give me that crap.
What
How
else
many
can
times have you heard that?
What else can you say?
You can say what's meant to be stinks. That's what you can say.
What good does it do?
Well, I think we should get going.
You going out?
Yeah, I'm going to see my son Richie.
And I'm gone to meet his new grandson.
You know when you're coming again?
No, it's getting so cold.
Yeah.
And not everybody has such a warm coat.
That's such a good price.
True.
You go ahead. I'm gonna stay another minute.
I'll call ya.
You drive carefully.
You need to take care of yourself.
They make a good couple, don't you think? Then one they'll be married before the year's out. That'll be some affair. Gotta have good meat. You could have really made a haul at that one. Selma and I'll probably be bridesmaids. There's a switch. Selma at someone else's wedding. They'll make a good couple. I probably won't see much of her. Oh, look at this place. A person shouldn't have to pull dead leaves out of ivy. A person shouldn't have to take care of a grave for the rest of their lives. I shouldn't have to come here every month. Oh, Doris, I am going to miss you. But I'm telling you now, I'm not coming here every month. I don't care how much time we spend here. I'm not going to remember you and me in this place. I'm going to remember you dancing. I'm going to remember you arguing. I'm going to remember you putting chicken wings in your purse. So, I'll see you when I see you. And Doris, if you see Harry, tell him I said goodbye.